got it out the mud, but it's still so clear. So sit back, relax, and just let us lead you. If you're scrolling for no reason, then we don't need you. It's Big XL, he can't be stopped. Riding dirty forever, the home of real hip hop. Ride dirty, tell me y'all can't harm. I still live and fly in the sky with a song. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty. Ride dirty, tell me y'all can't harm. I still live and fly in the sky with a song. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty.
What up, world? It's your boy Big XL. This is the Ridin Durty show where we bridge the gap between hip hop and everyday life. That's right, man. I gotta say one time for the good people over at WeBlazingHipHop.com, one time for the good people over at WRFG 89.3 FM, and one time for our sponsor, the I'm So Shirt Company. All right, the I'm So Shirt Company designed shirts with you in mind, designed for you to rep who you are and what you represent. All right, make sure y'all visit them at the I'mSoShirt.com. All right, when you visit them, make sure you let them know that you heard about their product and their company via the Ridin Durty show and yours truly, Big XL, and find out how you can place an order for a cool t-shirt, or even if you're an artist, find out how you can possibly become a brand ambassador to help help the company keep moving in all the right directions. All right, so today is Monday, March 23rd, and one time for everybody out there who definitely quarantined. You know what? I gotta say one time for all the DJs out there who are definitely taking it to social media and definitely keeping the party going all day, every day, man. All my DJs out there who are going live, doing sets live, whether it's through Facebook, whether it's through Instagram, however you're going live, man, one time for all you DJs, and definitely one time for everybody who's on the internet right now. It seems like right now the internet is very, very popular. So if you are a business person, or if you have an idea, a business idea, and you're trying to take it to the internet, now is the time. You have the world as your platform. You have the attention of the world. So definitely get your thing moving, man. A lot of jobs are closed down. A lot of people have a lot of free time. So now is the time to get yourself in gear and get it going and get it popping, and definitely do your thing. Okay? All right. So again, March 23rd, got some birthdays. Let's get into it. Gotta say happy birthday first and foremost to point guard for the Brooklyn Nets. I was about to say New Jersey Nets. The Brooklyn Nets, Mr. Kyrie Irving, turns 28 years old today. Gotta say happy birthday for rapper Quando Rondo. He's always in the news, definitely killing it in today's social media area. Quando Rondo turns 21 years old today. Gotta say happy birthday to St. Louis rapper Mr. T Grizzly. T Grizzly turns 26 years old today. Gotta say happy birthday to shooting guard for the Boston Celtics, Mr. Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward turns 30 years old today. Also gotta say happy birthday to super producer Mike Will Made It. Mike Will turns 31 years old today. And last but not least, I gotta say happy birthday to R&B queen Miss Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan turns 67 years old today. So definitely happy birthday to Chaka Khan. You know, I always like to tell you guys, a great way to say happy birthday to someone is by checking out some of their previous work, whether it's through the history of their music or whether it's through their current work. But definitely check out their music, download, listen, check out videos, whatever the case may be, check them out. And if you participate on social media, make sure you tag them happy birthday and let them know that you heard it was their birthday via the Ridin Durty show. Again, man, I gotta say one time for all the DJs who are keeping it live while we're quarantined and just definitely trying to do our best during the coronavirus pandemic. Gotta say one time for Chanel West Coast and Sharon Stone. You know, they've been embarked in a legal battle. Well, you know what? They have come to a tentative agreement during their legal war, so hopefully we'll see no more back and forth when it comes to social media between Chanel West Coast and Sharon Stone. Never understood why Sharon Stone old ass was at Chanel West Coast, but the It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. One time for my man, The Weeknd, he released his brand new album Friday over the weekend, and he's set to hit a career high in sales. All right, he's gonna earn his fourth #1 Billboard Top 100 album release, but again, one time for The Weeknd. Also gotta say one time for Anthony Mackie and Samuel Jackson. They have a brand new movie called The Banker. It's about a couple African American men who try to start their own bank, and they use a Caucasian to be the front man. Well, you know what? This movie was set to hit theaters, but due to the coronavirus pandemic, it will be streaming and premiere on Apple TV. So one time for them, this is going to be historical. So if you got Apple TV, make sure you check out The Banker. I was definitely looking forward to seeing that movie at the theater, but you know what? We got to get it how we live while we locked in. And last but not least, I gotta say, well, not last, but I gotta say one time, my man Childish Gambino, he just released his brand new album, 3/15/20. You can definitely stream that. And gotta send my condolences to longtime country great Mr. Kenny Rogers. All right, okay then. All right, now I just gave y'all celebrity birthdays. I told you about our amazing sponsor, the I'm So Shirt Company, and I also told you the hip-hop and celebrity news. Now it's time for me to do what I enjoy doing most, and that's bringing you the people on the street, to bringing you the people that are captivating the community. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight is no different than any other episode on the Ridin Durty show. So I want to welcome to the Ridin Durty platform, Chicago rapper Jitt. What's going on, my G?
Hey, what's to it, my guy?
Man, trying to stay corona free.
Hey, you already know it. Same thing over here, my guy. Locked in.
That's right. That's right.
Sanitize it up.
Hey, but you know what I gotta say, man? Right now, during this pandemic, now is a great time for independent artists to excel because social media and the internet is wide open. We got more eyes on us than we've ever had before.
Correct. I definitely agree, man. I've been seeing a lot of traffic just off myself posting up, things from the new album and stuff that's out right now, the new video, Trauma, I've been seeing it myself, man. The traffic been crazy online, bro. It's like everybody's online right now, bro. No. And the DJ's going live with it and keeping the party, keeping the people entertained the whole time. So it's cool, though. It's cool, bro.
I always said, and I said this when old Donald Trump took office, I said, when Republicans are in office, the entrepreneuring spirit is at an all-time high. And definitely during the pandemic, we're seeing a lot of DJs take it to social media, basically go live with the DJing skills, got the cash apps open. So you got a lot of hustlers and grinders who are able to maneuver and make money during these times. So I think that's a wonderful thing, especially for our community.
Of course it is, man. Like, the thing of it is honing in and understanding what social media tool is there for. Like, people, like you say, the hustlers and natural entrepreneurs and people like that with that mindset, they understand it's an opportunity. You get what I'm saying? To really put your stuff out there because you got the people locked in right now. They ain't got no choice but to be on TV or on the internet right now. So it's like you say, the best time to get it out is right now. So the people that's on go, they gon', you know what I'm saying? They gonna reap from it for sure.
All right, definitely. So look, let's start this thing off by you letting the people know who didn't hear me say Chicago rapper. Let the people know where you from and what made you decide to pursue the hip hop game.
For sure, bro. Well, I come from Chicago, Illinois, man. I'm born and raised in Harvey, Illinois. That's a suburb outside of Chicago, Ingalls Hospital. That's where I was born at, raised in Waukegan, man. I moved all around, bro. I done been all around the states. All that, but music-wise, bro, my family, like, I come from a lot of uncles that played a lot of soul music and stuff like that early on, and then, growing up in, those type of areas, hip-hop is a strong culture, bro. Rap and all that is it's a culture, you know what I'm saying, in general, so that's all around while you in the streets, and I would rap, in high school here and there. My guys would be like, man, bro, you should really pursue that, you know what I'm saying, and but I just really started doing it, and you know what I'm saying, it always was a passion for it, so I was like, you know what, let me actually really take it serious and get on the business tip, though, because that's the main thing a lot of artists lack. And I lacked it myself for a while, you know what I'm saying, throughout my career, but the last year and a half, I feel like I've been solely locked in on my business and had a plan and stayed consistent, bro, and I think that's, those are a lot of key components to actually see some success from being an artist, bro. Like to take your stuff serious and how the industry and business people take you serious.
All right, let's go back a little bit to your upbringing in Chicago. Number one, we know Chicago is definitely known for drill music or fast rapping. Where does Jitt fall? Where does Jitt fall as an artist in that when it comes to the Chicago sound?
In the category, honestly, bro, I'm in my own cat. Like for real, with the sound, it's like I don't rap drill music. Like I listen to it, of course. Like I fuck with it heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, that's from our culture, our city. You know what I'm saying? Like it started there, so that's number one. Like I fuck with it. But me personally, like I just make music how I feel naturally in my vibes in my life. You know what I'm saying? Or what's going on, and I don't try to steer around no certain sound. Or I need to sound like this because I'm from here. Nah, you get what I'm saying? I just let my creativity. And, you know, the producers I work with, the people I work with, you know, we just cook up. And that's whatever comes up, bro, that's how we let it be organic.
All right.
Our own sound. That's the realest answer I can give you.
No doubt. I got to ask about the name Jitt. How'd that name come about?
That's crazy, bro. Look, a lot of people, and I'm glad you asked that, a lot of people been down in Florida and doing a lot of footwork out there. That name Jitt, I didn't know personally. It means kids down south. You know what I'm saying? So like, I came up with that name years ago, bro. Like, and it stands like no cap, bro. Like, that name is like J is the truth, which is my name. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it breaks down. It has acronyms to it. You get what I'm saying? And the thing of it is, like, I was at the barbershop out here, and in Florida, and I'm hearing motherfuckers say, "Hey, Jitt." Shit. I'm like, what? Like, how you know my name, bro? He's like, nah, bro, I'm talking to the kid over there. So that's when I got put on game that they call kids Jits out here, bro. So every time I introduce myself as an artist, sometimes out here, people be looking at me like, you a kid? You trying to call yourself a kid? I'm like, bro, I got to break it down to them, and it's crazy. But yeah, I'm glad you asked, so now the world knows. You feel me? So they ain't got to ask and wonder no more.
You're actually, that's definitely true. And I'm not even going to say it's a down south thing. It's definitely a Florida thing. Where Jitt is definitely like Jitt and jumping off the porch. Those are Florida things that represent young people. But yeah, so I'm definitely glad you broke it down. What was your introduction to the music? Like, when did you realize that you had that talent and that skill to do what it takes to succeed?
I can say honestly, bro, it was a show that we did back home. Like, this was one of the first shows we did, in our city or whatnot. And I had just like did a song, and I had put it out on the internet. I don't remember what platform was out around this time. But we put it out, and bro, like literally instantly, no lie, we had a show probably like that same weekend, and the people, first of all, the show was like packed, bro, like packed. And the people was reciting the song, bro, like real time, not just like, oh, your family, your cousins. Nah, bro, I'm talking about people you don't know like that. You get what I'm saying? Like vibing, like they'd already caught wave to the music. And I'm like, damn, this is a real energy, bro. Like when you get to see it in real time, how the fans react. Because it's one thing to pass your music along to people that you know and, oh, man, you cold, that's cool. But when you get it from people you don't know, that's when it becomes like real because they don't know you, so there's no bias. You know what I'm saying? They're not judging from any which way. They just going off of what you really bring right there in that moment, and the energy is real. So I'm like, yeah, let me keep pushing with this, bro.
No doubt. Who are some of your influences when it comes to creating music?
Man, please, I got a lot of people, bro. But I mean, music, rap wise, I would say definitely, of course, the Waynes, the Jay-Z's, the early on Nas's. But going to soul music, you got like, I listen to like Lauryn Hill. I listen to like the Blue Jays. I go back to old soul. I like soul music, bro. Like I like anything like that just give you that real energy feeling. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, the turn up drill and all that. That's lit. I love listening to that too. But my vibes is so like Sade. I like vibing, bro. Like real vibes. You feel me?
No doubt. Now, if you could do a dream collabo with two other artists and a producer, that means the song's going to have 3 verses. So you're going to have a verse, 2 other artists can have a verse, and someone producing. Who are the people you would love to work with?
I would say, I think something crazy, man, would be like a Andre 3K for sure. A hook from like, what's her name? Billie Eilish. Man, she got you know what I'm talking about? Billie Eilish.
Yeah, Billie Eilish. Yeah, definitely. She won all those Grammys this year.
I had her. I had her on the hook. I had Andre 3K on the verse with me, and then to produce it, I probably had somebody like, I don't know, man. We might have to go with like Neptunes or somebody with man, it'd be something crazy, bro. I merge like three different worlds. You feel me? Like type vibes, but that's the type of stuff I be going for. Not your typical who's hot right now. I want to make some classic that's gonna be classic forever. You feel me?
All right, now
that's what I would go with.
If you have to create this song, what would be the subject matter and who would drop the beat?
Who would drop the beat? Subject matter probably would be more so about just, honestly, because I think that what all three of us share is just really uniquely like understanding yourself and being truly you. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people use that term to be you, but it's really, do you really understand you? You know what I'm saying? Like who you really are, like in the inside. Bump all the names of who you are on the outside of social media, this, that, and the third. Do you understand you? Your powers that be, your understanding, your intellect, all of that. You get what I'm saying? Your power, you know, all that. So it's like, I think it would be something deep like that, bro. Intellectual type track, maybe called Power or Knowing Yourself, something like that.
All right.
And I definitely let Andre get that off, for sure.
All right, being an independent artist, what has been your highest high at this point in your career? If your career ended today, what would be that achievement that you've achieved as of now that you are the most proudest of?
Most proudest of, man. I don't want to label it to because I mean recently I just did a deal with Bentley Records, and that's something major coming from independent world and how I didn't have no backing or nothing like that, no cosigns or nothing. This is all off the strength of hard work and team effort and that, and really off the muscle for real, like really out here putting in work with the music. So I would say that's definitely a pinnacle for me right now, man. Like, 'cause it just crossed me over and put me into a whole, another realm of connections, bro, in the business world of the music. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely would say that's definitely a strong point right there, bro. I would definitely utilize that, and just seeing the fans and the people connect to my music, bro. Like that's an undeniable thing, bro. Like that forever will be forever. Once you see people connecting to your music, bro, like that feeling itself is just amazing, bro.
All right, no doubt. Now, look, let's talk a little bit, because you just connected with Bentley Records. Let's talk a little bit about the importance of having the proper team and people around you when it comes to a successful independent career.
Okay, for sure. I mean, I'm going to give it to you straight like this, bro. Like, if you don't understand that foundation in yourself as far as a real artist, like when it comes to business, I'm talking about having your name copyright, your company, having your music on sound scans and running through these different businesses and companies that's out there for you to collect the monies and you owning the ownership of your music. You get what I'm saying? Even with what I just did, like, not to put my deal out there like that, but it's like, bro, like I still have full ownership, 100% ownership of everything I do. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like I just gave nah, bro. Like I wouldn't wait this long to just give up everything for a deal. Like, nah, it had to be the correct deal that made sense for me. And just prior to last year, 2019, like I say to any upcoming artist, I sat down with a plan. I said, I'm going to drop music every quarter, 4 quarters, and I'm going to make sure I stay consistent with quality content. And you know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay the course and have a plan and really link up with like-minded people that's with me building, and we going to lock in and we really going to see this through. So all of those components definitely play a part in you navigating and moving the vehicle forward. You get what I'm saying? In any business endeavor that you choose to do. You get what I'm saying? You got to really, like I say, be locked in with yourself and understanding the different things that's at play and what you up against and where you need to, you know what I'm saying, like I say, station yourself so when you water the plants and they grow, you got a whole crop field now, you know what I'm saying, opposed to just trying to bank on one thing and you ain't really doing it right. So get yourself knowledgeable on the game, read. Everything is on the internet, bro. You can, bro, you don't know something, go ask Siri, ask Google. It's that simple. So it's how you utilize it. Once again, like I say, people utilize it to be on Facebook and all that. They just looking at crazy stuff like, yo, go do your homework. Go do your homework so you can get on these shows, so you can get these interviews, you can get these different publications. It's all out there. So,
man, I definitely agree, and I think a lot of times when we think about the music industry or independent artists, then a lot of artists tell these horror stories of how they got screwed over, and a lot of times the information is right there. They just don't try to get it, and a lot of people leave it up to the business dealings, the manager, the label, and a lot of stuff you gotta just get the information for yourself, because the best way to protect yourself is by doing the knowledge.
And it's that simple, bro. It's just like school. You know, it's okay. Yeah, I can get Shorty to help me cheat on my test real quick to pass this test, but what that's really gonna do for me in the long haul, I'm not gonna know the knowledge. You get what I'm saying? Shorty know the knowledge, so she's straight. But now I'm still held back. You get what I'm saying? Because I wanted to skate through and just get through it real quick. This stuff it's not simple. It's like you really want something to grow and turn into something real, like Jay-Z statuses and stuff like that. These guys really played they chessboard correct, bro, and they set themselves up properly, bro, in order for this to build like that. That's how every company builds. So like I said, young artists out there, man, make sure, you know, independent art, like I say, you can do it. You just got to have the willpower and a plan. You have to have a plan and, like I say, and then execute with the right people around you. It's just that simple, man. And get yourself, now, like I say, be self-driven for sure.
No doubt. Now, I got to ask, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, honestly, bro, my company, Flight 747, I definitely see that being branded as far as within the 50 states for sure, having a few artists underneath the label, giving them the same game that basically, you know, took my blueprint and applying it to these artists and giving them the same, like I say, the same leverage, but the same access to everything I have and the same understanding so they can go off and do exactly what they're trying to do, and not just artists, but just creatives in general, bro. I have a really big vision, actually, like, for a lot of things, but that's something as a company as a whole that will actually house a lot of different things, because it'll bring jobs. I want to do foundations for the kids across the world in the different places I've been to and traveled to, because I know a lot of people just off my traveling in life and doing music. So, like, I want to get back to those cities and connect the inner city youths and, you know, give them more outlets, bro, because that's what it really is. Like, we don't have outlets, so the youth feel like they really don't have nowhere to go, and so they just do whatever they seeing on TV. You know what I'm saying? What they seeing, bro. So it's like if they see somebody actually that look like them, sound like them, but actually talking a different way and giving knowledge, it's like, damn, hold on, I got a different way I could do this for real. I ain't got to do it that way. Yeah, bro. And it's really that simple. But nobody want to tell nobody nothing. They just want to, you know how life go, man. So
definitely.
You gotta wait to see for it.
All right, so look, let's talk a little bit about this joint Trauma. I know you just dropped a video. You got the brand new joint Trauma. Tell me a little bit about Trauma, the concept, and who produced it.
Okay, for sure. Well, Trauma, produced by my boy King Art from back home. We've been rocking forever, man. So I started off with shout out to King Art, and we came up with this song. I went back home recently. I hadn't been back in like 2 years. And there's been a lot of things that done transpired in that time. And I went back home and I actually got to deal with him again. And instantly, that was the first song we cooked up, bro, because I went home to shoot another video, you know what I'm saying, for one of my songs off my old projects. And we ended up doing this and cooking up an EP, bro. And this song was the first one. And when we both heard it, like once we sat down and really like, because we in there mixing it, coming up with, you know, everything's on the spot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, once we really sat down, it was like, damn, nah, this is like a real, like, touching song, you know what I'm saying? And I let a few people close to me hear it, and they had the same response. So in the midst of that time of me being home, I say, you know what, I'm going to shoot a video randomly on the spot. And he does videos, too, so he ended up shooting a video. And, yeah, man, we got it out today, man, and it's a lot more coming, like I say. And then matter of fact, we returned around and we did the bonus track. We put a bonus track on the album, and we added more backgrounds and different vocals to the track. So now it's a new, you know, version of it, Rendition or whatever, on my album. And, you know, Emotions vs. Reality out right now. So it's going up, man. Y'all can check that out on all platforms. And it's on the video on YouTube.
All right, what's the name of the album again, and where can they check it out at?
Emotions versus Reality. It's out on all platforms right now. Any platform you can ask Siri, you can ask Google, whoever you want to ask your auntie, your cousin. They probably about to say it too, but for real though, Siri and Google will definitely tell you right there, take you right to it. Tidal, Apple, Pandora, whatever streaming service you use, it's on there through Bentley Records.
All right, real quick, tell me a little bit about your company, Flight 747.
Okay, yeah, it's more so it started as a brand, so it's like it's a clothing brand, but yet just a brand in general. Like, so I ended up just taking it to the next level and say, okay, I'm gonna just house this as F747 as a creative house because I had too many different creatives around me outside of just using it as a clothing brand. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me just make this into a full house company, like I say, where I can eventually I will branch off into having the artists and different things of that nature. But right now, the clothing brand, we're going to be dropping merch coming up on my site very soon because I already have the merch, ready. It's just us, planning and making sure everything is executed correctly. But the merch is coming soon. And like I say, Flight 747 is just a cool way to, it's just expressing yourself, man. Being, like I say, once again, truly you, I'm really strong on that because I see a lot of people, even myself, I went through it. That's how I know it firsthand. You really don't know who you are, bro, until you go through certain things in life. And you know what I'm saying? That, like, different adversities and different things that really define your character, where you really get to see who you are. So, like, F747 is all about that. Like, just really being you, man. You ain't got to do nothing outside of just trying to be the best you can be. And that's what I want to house different creatives and give them knowledge and, put it out to the world, man.
All right. How do you feel about social media and the internet when it comes to the progression of an artist or entrepreneur?
Like I say, it definitely works. It can be a major benefit if you utilize it correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you're on it, promoting good content. Like I said, if you're an artist and you're putting up, visuals maybe 3-5 times a week, you posting up, good quality visuals of whatever content it is that you currently have out. You know what I'm saying? And understanding promotion and marketing, because that's another part of the game that artists fail at. They fail at promotion and marketing. Like, that's any company. If you can have the best product and if nobody knows about you, it ain't gonna go nowhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like knowing how to use social media and to utilize it for your advantage, because you can become brand ambassadors now. There's so many different things you can be doing now. Public figure, you get what I'm saying, and getting lots of streams and get whatever it is that you just build your platform up. It's there for you to do it, so there's no excuse.
90
use it for
seconds.
your advantage. Don't use it for a disadvantage to hurt yourself and be just looking at chicks or whatever, vice versa, all day and liking that, man. No, utilize it for business. It's all about business. Handle your business.
All right, no doubt. Look, let the people know how to find you, whether it's a website, social media, or how can they get in touch with Jitt.
You can get in touch with me easy by just following at Jitt Flight 747.
60 seconds.
JITTFLIGHT 747. Jitt Flight 747, all one word, and that's for every platform.
That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter?
All that, yep, all that. And that's another thing. Let's touch on that point real quick. Make sure these people, artists, make your names and stuff all one thing so it's easy to find you. When you got 9 different handlers, it's how I'm going to find you on the next thing if your name ain't. Let's make it easier so the consumer can find you. It's all a strategy. It's all smart. So I say the metadata, all of that just makes more sense. So that's another key gem for the artists listening.
Bro, sure. I've been saying that for years, man. Make your name something and try to make it the same everywhere.
10 seconds.
Like being this on Facebook and this on Instagram and man, no one has that kind of time. That the attention span is not even that long. So my G, look, I appreciate you coming on the show. Do me one favor as we close this thing out and introduce this record to the world.
For sure. Hey, I got you. And I have to just 2 seconds. I got to shout out my brother, Deuce Got the Juice, because you was doing birthdays earlier. And that's, man, he's on billboards right now with a lot of artists from Hampton 6. Shout out. It's his birthday today. Shout out to my boy, Deuce Got the Juice. But we going to take it to Trauma because he's on the backgrounds of those on that bonus track. Trauma out right now, YouTube, everywhere, man. Go check it out. Bentley Records, Jitt. Time to turn up 2020. Blessings to everybody. Much love to Ridin Durty. We love y'all, man. Let's keep going up.
Appreciate it, my G. Holler at me if you ever come today.
All right, you already know it. Love, my guy. Bless.
Kings, they say soldiers never ever die. I done seen many dope, lost loved ones right before my eyes. Since I hold back, there's no way I can even cry. Ain't no emotions when you're playing outside. Ain't no emotions when you go up outside. Some people know it's dangerous, they try to keep you inside. 12 hours to get you, grab my prescriptions. I'm right there with her, fighting the man in the mirror. Traumatized, see homicides exposed at a young age. Had to find myself, almost had to repeat the 12th grade. I was wildin' out, me and my niggas was thuggin'. Cool ass niggas bust signs out, we was blood colors. Couldn't tell no difference. If it's about that action, then you know we go the distance. Tied in, we committed. It's a marathon, gotta be prolific. Keys to success, man, you gotta stay consistent. When the niggas know do business with my fam, create ownership and buy a lot of land. A lot of us don't know what to do. Looking for a change, it starts with you. Label us kings, they say soldiers never ever die. I done seen many dope, lost loved ones right before my eyes. Since I hold back, there's no way I can even cry. Ain't no emotions when you're playing outside. Ain't no emotions when you go up outside. Some people know it's dangerous, they try to keep you inside. 12 hours to get you, grab my prescription. Mama right there with her, fighting the man in the mirror. Can you hear me? Do you feel me? Are you listening? Can you hear me? Do you feel me? Are you listening? I'm trying to break you free. Well, as kings, they say soldiers never ever die. I done seen many dope, lost loved ones right before my eyes. Since I hold back, there's no way I can even cry. Ain't no emotions when you're playing outside. Ain't no emotions when you go up outside. Some people know it's dangerous, they try to keep you inside. 12 hours to get you, grab my prescription. Mama right there with her, fighting the man in the mirror.
One time to the homie Jitt. The name of that joint was Trauma. It's yours truly, Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Ridin Durty Radio presents The Duel. Y'all stay blessed and corona free. Deuces.